Hi everyone, this is Oren. I'm gonna focus now on IVC Analytics tool. So first of all, you have to log in over here, and then we're gonna go to this section to our Industry Analytics tool, which is our BI tool. Over here, IVC basically take all the database that we have, we put a BI tool on it, and we create a custom dashboard based on what we think it's relevant for investors or any type of consulting firm that wanna understand more about the high-tech industry. So we have few dashboards that we can be focused on. So we have the most active investors. We have 20 top 20 investors and visual dashboards. We have the exit analytics, 10 and 5 years. We have the financing round analytics. We have the top tags analytics. We have a capital raising analytics, VC fund dashboards, and we have startup analytics, how many startups open, how many startups succeed to operate. Access to the analytics tool, it's our premium product. It's on top of our regular membership. So if you want to discuss pricing, you can talk to directly to your account representative. So basically, let's start with the top 20 investor dashboards. Over here, we want to show, for example, I choose over here 5 years most active investor dashboards. You have an option to select sector. We have over here deal stage, so I choose all. We have an option to choose size of deal, so we have less than a million, one between 1 to 5 million, 5 to 10, and etc. We have investor type, so you basically can filter the investor type that you want to search. If you want to just looking for venture capital or accelerators or angel group or CVC. And you have investor source, if it's a foreign investor or Israeli investor. We divide this page two. We have the top over here on top 20 most active that made first investments, and over here on the bottom we have a detailed list with the portfolio companies. Over here you can see that you just have the investor name, you have the capital that they manage, vintage year, number of participation, number of basically deals that they did, average deal, and you have number of first investments. IVC like to follow investor that made the first investments in companies, which shows that that's the first VC or any I will say not an angel investor that participate in this company. And as we can see over here, for the past 5 years, our crowd is number one. We have iAngels on the second place, Exit Valley, etc., etc. And then over here on the bottom, you can see the same list with a detailed portfolio. Okay, we can actually move this one to the right, and we're going to have more space. So 365X, it's accelerator. Over here we can see the portfolio companies, their sectors, if it's internet, IT, the round that they like to invest, okay, seed, first round, seed, and the stage of the company, the deal amount, and number of first investments. Okay, this is 1, 1, and 1. What's good with this tool, you can download that to image, to CSV, PDF, or Excel file, and that's for all the analytics tool. And for example, if we just want to score and browse 2019, we can see that we already have lots of investments in 2019. See, for example, Capio Agro and Food made 7 investments, and this is how much money they manage. Okay, and let's move to the next dashboard. Next dashboard is a visual dashboard. Visual dashboard basically talk about most active investors analytics dashboards. We can take sample just 2019. Okay, there's not a lot of information. Let's just add 2018, and over here we're just gonna add all the sectors. Okay, there you go. I guess let's just add a little bit more years that we're gonna have a little bit data to show over here. So I choose all year, all sectors, all deal size, all size of deal, investor type, investor source, Israeli or foreign, and then the country. This is basically where the investor located. So if we go over one by one over here, we can see number of first investments, number of deal vs number of investors. So you can see over here since 2010 till today, which is 2019, we can see over here the amount. This is number of investments. Okay, over here you can you can actually click on one of them, it will change, and then over here you can just clear selection, it will bring back the choice. The same thing over here, so you can pinpoint over here all your selections. Let's do clear selection. Okay, this is number of first investors, foreign vs Israelis. Over here we can see that the foreign are red, and then the Israelis are green or blue. You can stand on the color over here, it will just highlight the one that you want to see, or just remove your hand, it will show you both of them. So over here will basically show you the number of deals over the years. Again, just for a sample, I want to just download that. I want to download the image. I want to show you how it look like. You click on that, and you can basically present that. If you want to create presentation, or you can just download that to CSV file if you want to create your own charts. There you go. Okay, you just play with it the way you want. Okay, you can create your own graphs. I think that's something that everybody should know how to create. Okay, so this is the numbers. Okay, don't save. Okay, I remove this one from here. Okay, so if I scroll down, this is a first investment by type of investor. So we can see that each investor we have his own color. Okay, angel group, corporate, incubators, investment companies, private equity, and then venture capital. We can see over here first investment by sector and number of deals. So we have over here the sectors, and then again, if we stand, we can see the percentage and then number of deals per sector. And then we have over here the big cake on that. And then first investment by size of round. First investments and then number of investors. And then sometimes we write over here remarks on each slide that we think that should be relevant information for you to understand the way IVC create those charts. But you always can contact us in case you have questions. Let's move to the next one, which is exit analytics. We have 10 years and 5 years. The 10 years basically speaks about you can see over here the number of exits, number of M&As, number of IPOs, total exit per million, total exit, total M&A, and total IPO. You can choose over here up to 10 years. You can choose over here the sector. You can choose over here type of exit. You can choose over here size of deal and VC backed or not. So let's just do a quick search. We would just want to show 2018. This is the number of exits, number of M&A, number of IPOs. Okay, both of those numbers actually get to this number. Total exits per million, and then we have total M&A and total IPO. This is over here, so exits by million per sector, and you can see the percentage. Each of them has its own color. We have over here total high-tech exit by deal size. You can see the graph. I just move this one to the right side. Over here you can see total high-tech exits by deal size. Over here it's average exit per year. And then over here time to exit. And over here you can see average exit multiple. This is by billion, total capital raised per billion, average ROE. Of course, we can always play with the numbers as I mentioned before. You can choose as many years that you want based on your research you want to do. And the 5 years is actually different dashboard. You can choose up to 5 years. You can have all sectors, deal type, deal size, VC backed or not. And over here you have names. So you have details such as Excel. So you have company short name, sector, subsector, deal type, deal year, deal amount, and acquire / merge with. And over here you have over here name of the buyer. And again, it's all, you can always just download that to PDF, CSV. I always show a different option. It depends on the size of the there you go. You can download from here. And let's move to the next one, which is the financing round. Each high-tech company obviously always raise money, so we want to show the number of investments. So this is 2018, all sectors, subsector, deal size over here just seed, but we can always change it if you want to see just for example initial revenue or revenue growth. This is mature companies, ownership. You can choose from here, total raised. You can say just give me just companies that raise from certain amount of dollars. And over here you have all kind of segments, clusters that you can search. So you can just write AI or BI or automotive, or any type of information that you want to look. And it will give you a list of the deal date, the company name, sector, subsector, deal type, deal amount, if it was extended, and how much money they raised. And over here, it's a little bit more detail. You're going to have over here on the bottom part the leading tech clusters. So over here, you can filter from here the clusters, or you're going to have the cluster over here based on the company. So this is the way we tag companies in our website. And then we have actually the leading clusters. Every year we have new clusters such as AI, IoT, fintech, machine learning, digital health, big data, automotive, cyber, and every year we have different companies to different tags. For example, if I want to just understand the digital health industry in Israel, and I want to understand how many companies exist in IVC database, over here we can see the number of companies. Over here we can see by stage. So we have 4 stages that we follow companies: seed, R&D, initial revenue, and revenue growth. Over here you can see all the sectors, and we can see that in digital health there's 85% of them are life science companies. You can see over here the second one is communication. And then select clusters, capital raise by million to high-tech companies over the years. This is 2013 till today. This is the capital raise per million, and this is the number of deals. And we can see that we already have 10 in the first quarter of 2019. This is select clusters, exit by million, and we're talking about digital health companies. Okay, and we can see that if we had exit in that sector, it will add over here the year. So far we had 4 in 2018, nothing yet in 2019, but it always change. This is select cluster startup established per year per the current status. So we can see that we already have 5 new companies in 2019. We have 34 in 2018, and we can see over here since 2013. This is those are companies that succeed to operate. And over here we have 2 months of financing round in that cluster. Okay, we have company name, sector, subsector, deal, if they receive R&D grants in kind. The deal type is really important. This is what people want to understand and want to chasing about on this information. And then this is number of employees in those companies. So you can see that from 1 to 10 employees, how many companies, from 10 to 20, from 21 to 50, and there's only 2 companies with 500 and above employees in that sector. And again, it's all, you can take all this information out to CSV or chart. Capital raising analytics, those dashboards, I'm just going to touch over here 2 dashboards. You can see that we have total capital raise by Israeli high-tech companies. You have all kind of filters. Okay, you can choose years, you can choose quarter, you can choose sector, subsector, stage, size of round, deal type, VC backed. We have over here, I think, all years. It's all checked. Yep. And you can see the total capital raise in 10 years by million share by percentage. You can see over here over the year which year was the strongest one, and we're talking about total capital raised by Israeli high-tech companies. And we have VC back deals. We like to check on that as well. It's really important if you're an investor. Okay, VC backed, non-VC backed per billion, VC backed deals, average. We have a deal size. Israeli high-tech companies raising by deal size. I just add a little bit years over here that we're gonna have a little bit more data. Okay. Israeli high-tech company capital raised by deal size. There you go. And fundraising analytics. When we go over basically on the investors, this is the way we check on the VCs that's active here in Israel. So if we just add 2018 to 2019, we have total capital raised to VCs almost 3,000 million. Number of funds, this is average per fund. Okay, and then over here we have actual actually the name of the fund and how much money they raise. So you don't need to check on the regular database. We have all the names over here. And startups analytics, how many startups opened and succeed to operate over the years. So this is overall. If I take since 2000, from 2000, we have almost 15,000 companies. Number of startup established, this is per year. Okay, this is per sector. You can always check. This is percentage startup established by stage, initial revenue, R&D, revenue growth, seed, number of startup established vs average total raise per million, number of companies, average raised, number of startup established per current company status. So this is if you want to know how many companies succeed, how many active and public, how many active and private, acquired and merged, and suspended. And over here we have succeed startup, almost the same dashboard, but over here we talk about companies that succeed to operate. So here you can choose basically 1 year and understand what's going on. That's about it. This is our analytics tool. Thank you very much, everyone.